Let me ask you first of all about the concept car. I was just sitting in over there. It's the Q80 Inspiration. Obviously, it doesn't look like it's headed for production, but what is that supposed to broadcast?
Look, have a look at that, and I think you get a really clear indication of what the design DNA is going to be for the future. You know, we're not too far away from two really important product launches, Q30, Q60, more about that at the Detroit Motor Show. But when you see those cars, you'll see that what you see in the design lines over there are being pulled through all of our products. So what you see there is the Infiniti look.
Well, I feel like we already got some fairly new, and maybe that's because time goes so quickly for me, some fairly new products with the Q50 here. I know Sebastian Vettel helped you guys design this, and you've got the Q70L behind me, which is a stunning vehicle. How are these two vehicles doing for you as far as sales? Really well,
really well. First of all, Q70L, this is the first month that we've sort of had a full pipeline, so early days. But, you know, we expect sales to probably triple over on a month-over-month basis compared to the last generation of car. So very, very strong, very strong. The Q50, of course, it's one of the core models for Infiniti. And the really good news on that is it goes from strength to strength. On a month-to-month basis, we're up about 15% in sales. And, you know, the Q50 really is the new design language of Infiniti. And already you can see similarities between that and the Q80 that you referred to at the beginning.
Well, in the old, you know, the old thought was that any kind of sustainability, any kind of green efforts to boost MPG was going to go head on with performance boost. But you have a hybrid version of this, which proves what the new thinking is, that when you make a greener car, you can actually get a more powerful car as well.
Yeah, look, it's really interesting because all the emphasis on technology is finding solutions to problems that nobody ever had really before. This Q50 here, 360 horsepower, and you've got to remember, when you put an electric motor in something, you get your maximum torque on first touch of the throttle.
On demand.
On demand. So you have a look at the F1 cars now. You know, we've got Sebastian Vettel in those cars, and you're getting the same sort of performance you had out of turbocharged engines. You're getting green technology, but you're getting power delivery in ways that people didn't really think about 5 years ago.
Let me ask you about Sebastian. He was the unbeatable reigning world champion. This season hasn't gone so well, and now he's going to go over and drive for the Italians. What does that mean to you? What does that mean to the brand?
Look, nothing stays the same forever, and he's been an incredible ambassador for the brand. Much more comment on what Sebastian's doing at the moment is premature because, you know, nothing's been formally announced. But that aside, there's our friend Ricciardo, however you like to pronounce it, and he's certainly stepped up to the podium. Red Bull's as strong as ever. The relationship with Red Bull, the sponsorship's as strong as ever. And I think it just goes to show that this is an incredibly dynamic industry, and no matter where Vettel is, he'll always do well. Whether he's with us or anybody else, he's earned his stripes. 4 times world champion with the Infiniti Red Bull team. You can't beat that. But, you know, one certainty, things change.
Let's turn a little bit here and get a look at this. The Q70L, you can see it's a much bigger car. There's a lot more room to stretch out in the back, and that has to be driven by the Chinese market. Even though we all enjoy luxury, you're doing well there.
Yeah, look, actually, the Q70L was not driven by the Chinese market. That was driven by the US market. But there is a Q50L, which was driven by the Chinese market. And this here is a car that was very much built with the US market in mind. You know, it's right up there in terms of dimensions with the 7 Series BMWs and so on like that, but a very different price point. It sort of sits in a very nice little niche where the other Tier 1 competitors are not sitting from a price point of view. So this is a very much US car.
Well, I think the Infiniti really has more of a US brand. The presence in Europe isn't so huge. No. The presence in China hasn't been traditionally very big, but your sales overseas are really boosting the global top line.
Yeah, look, it's a reality. The Infiniti brand has been a US-centric brand. We've been here for 25 years. You know, we've been representing almost 70-80% of global sales, and the really good thing right now as far as the global strategy, we're starting to see the fruits of that. Sales are doubling in China. We're going to get to plus 30,000 units this year, and that's really important for the brand, and it's really important for the US because better economies of scale, better mass, better brand presence in this global world. It's all working. It's going very well.